What if I told you that one AI stock just shocked Wall Street so hard, analysts are suddenly calling it the next major AI winner? Not Nvidia, not Microsoft, not Palantir. Snowflake. In just one day, Snowflake stock exploded nearly 40%. Billions of dollars flooded into the company overnight. Analysts rushed to raise price targets. Retail traders turned extremely bullish. And suddenly, Wall Street started using two words investors haven't heard connected to Snowflake in years: AI winner. But here's the crazy part. Just months ago, many investors believed Snowflake was dead money. The stock had collapsed from its all-time highs. Growth was slowing. Competition was rising. And critics said the AI boom would leave Snowflake behind. Now, everything may have changed, because Snowflake just delivered what analysts are calling a watershed quarter. And if they're right, this company could become one of the biggest AI infrastructure plays of the decade. Today, we're breaking down why Snowflake stock exploded, the massive AI strategy Wall Street suddenly loves, why analysts see up to 85% upside, the risks nobody is talking about, and whether NSOW could become the next trillion-dollar AI giant. Let's dive in. The story begins with one earnings report. Snowflake reported first quarter revenue of $1.39 billion. That was up 33% year over year. And more importantly, it crushed Wall Street expectations. Analysts expected roughly $1.32 billion. Snowflake beat that by a wide margin. Then came earnings per share. Expected? 32 cents. Actual? 39 cents. Another massive beat. But what truly shocked investors wasn't just the numbers. It was the guidance. Snowflake told investors that growth is accelerating again. That's the key phrase. Because for the last year, investors feared Snowflake was becoming just another slowing cloud software company. Instead, management showed something completely different. AI demand may be reigniting growth. And then came the bombshell headline: a $6 billion partnership with Amazon Web Services. That changed everything. Suddenly, Wall Street realized Snowflake isn't just participating in the AI boom. It may be becoming core infrastructure for enterprise AI itself. And that's when analysts started flipping bullish fast. Within hours of the earnings report, major Wall Street firms raised price targets aggressively. Wells Fargo boosted its target to $300. Bank of America also raised its target to $300. Then Canaccord shocked the market with a $325 target. That implies roughly 85% upside from where the stock closed before earnings. But the language analysts used was even more important. One analyst called Snowflake an AI winner. Another said the company is among the best-positioned software firms to monetize AI adoption. Think about how important that statement is. Wall Street is no longer valuing Snowflake like a traditional cloud database company. They're starting to view it as AI infrastructure. That changes the entire valuation story. Because AI companies are getting premium multiples right now. Look at Nvidia. Look at Broadcom. Look at Supermicrocomputer. Once Wall Street decides a company is part of the AI revolution, valuations can explode. And Snowflake may be entering that category right now. So what exactly does Snowflake do in AI? This is where things get interesting. Most people think AI is all about chatbots, but the real goldmine in AI is data. AI models are only as powerful as the data feeding them, and enterprises today are drowning in data. Customer behavior, financial information, supply chains, healthcare records, enterprise analytics, all of it needs to be stored, organized, processed, and analyzed. That's where Snowflake comes in. Snowflake built one of the world's largest cloud-based data platforms. Companies use Snowflake to centralize massive amounts of information across their businesses. Now add AI. Suddenly, every company wants to use that data to train AI systems, automate workflows, and generate insights. Snowflake sits directly in the middle of that pipeline. That's why Wall Street is excited. The company's Cortex AI platform allows businesses to build AI applications directly on top of their data. This is a massive opportunity because enterprises don't want random public AI models touching sensitive company data. They want secure AI systems connected to their own infrastructure. Snowflake may become one of the safest ways for enterprises to adopt AI at scale, and that's potentially a trillion-dollar trend. There's another reason traders are watching Snowflake closely. The stock may be reclaiming its 200-day moving average for the first time in 4 months. Now, if you're not familiar with technical analysis, this is a major momentum indicator. Many institutional investors watch the 200-day moving average to determine long-term trend direction. When a stock climbs back above it after months below, it often signals a major shift in sentiment. And Snowflake didn't just move above it quietly. The stock exploded through it. That kind of move can attract momentum traders, hedge funds, and algorithmic buying. In other words, the rally can feed itself, especially in an AI-driven market where investors are desperately searching for the next Nvidia. And psychologically, this matters too. Wall Street loves narratives. A few months ago, Snowflake is slowing. Now, Snowflake is an AI monster stock. Narratives move markets, and this narrative may just be getting started. But before investors get too excited, there are real risks here. First, valuation. Snowflake is becoming expensive again very quickly. Whenever Wall Street labels something an AI winner, the valuation can disconnect from reality fast. We've already seen this happen across the AI sector. Second, competition is intense. Snowflake is fighting against some of the biggest companies on Earth: Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Databricks, Oracle. These companies are all racing to dominate enterprise AI infrastructure. Third, profitability still matters. Investors now expect Snowflake to deliver not only growth, but margin expansion too. That's harder than it sounds. AI infrastructure is incredibly expensive. Data centers cost billions. GPU demand is exploding, and companies are spending massive amounts to stay competitive. Finally, the AI trade itself may become overheated. If AI enthusiasm cools, high multiple software stocks like Snowflake could see brutal volatility. Remember, even after this rally, Snowflake had still been down significantly from previous highs. This stock can move violently in both directions. So now comes the big question. Could Snowflake actually become a trillion-dollar AI company someday? Right now, that sounds insane. But so did Nvidia years ago. The bull case is simple. If enterprise AI spending explodes globally, the companies controlling enterprise data infrastructure could become some of the most valuable firms in the world. And Snowflake already has massive enterprise customers, strong recurring revenue, cloud partnerships, AI integration tools, and one of the strongest data ecosystems in tech. If management executes perfectly, Snowflake could become one of the core operating systems of enterprise AI. That's the dream investors are buying right now. And that's why Wall Street suddenly can't stop talking about this company. Snowflake's explosive rally may mark the beginning of a completely new chapter for the company. For years, investors questioned whether Snowflake could justify its massive valuation. Now, the AI revolution may finally be giving the company the perfect opportunity. But this is still a high-risk, high-volatility AI stock. And in markets like this, hype moves fast. The real question is whether Snowflake can continue delivering results strong enough to justify the excitement. Because if it can, Wall Street may have just discovered its next AI monster stock. And if it can't, this rally could become another AI bubble story.
Either way, one thing is clear. The AI stock war is just getting started. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest AI stocks, billionaire trends, and future technology investments shaping the global economy. And let me know in the comments, do you think Snowflake could become the next Nvidia-style AI winner?